Good morning, students. So today we will derive the three equations of motions using calculus. Okay, so in the lower classes you have studied that there are three equations of motion. So first equation of motion is v is equals to u plus at. Second equation of motion is s is equals to ut plus half at square. And third equation of motion is v square is equals to u square plus twice as. So we will derive these three equations using calculus or integration. So I hope all of you watch the integration video carefully. So actually we have to use only two formulas. Two integration formula. For first integration formula is integration of dx is equals to x. Correct. Integration of dx is equals to x. So here variable is x. Now if variable is not x, suppose variable is y. Okay. So integration of dx is suppose variable is y. So integration of dy is y. Suppose variable is t. So integration of dt is equals to t. Okay. So this term or d term will remove. Integration of dt is t, and integration of if variable is suppose u. So integration of du is u. Suppose variable is v. So integration of dv is equals to dv is equals to v, not u. Correct. So in this way you have to, this is our first formula. The second formula is that integration of x to the power n dx is equals to x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Correct. This is our second equation. These two equations are enough for you for physics. So you have to remember these two formulas. So what is x? X is your variable here, and a is any natural number. Okay. So x is your variable. Suppose for example x integration of x square. So what is the value of n here? Here n is equals to how much? N is equals to 2. So formula is x to the power n plus 1. That means x to the power n is how much? 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1. So integration will be x cube by 2 plus 1 is 3, x cube by 3. Correct. Now in similar manner, suppose you have to integrate x to the power 5. So integration of x to the power 5. So here n is how much? N is equals to 5. So formula is x to the power n plus 1. X to the power, so n is 5, that means 5 plus 1 divided by 5 plus 1. So x to the 5 plus 1 means x to the power 6 divided by 6. Correct. Now if your variable is not x but variable of t, the same formula. So in place of x you have to, so suppose given that into integration of t cube dt. Okay. Then so you have to use the same formula. So here n is how much? N is equals to 3. So formula is t to the power, so here variable is not x, so in place of x you have to write t, variable is t. So t to the power 3 plus 1. Correct. N to the power n is 3, that means t to the power 3 plus 1 divided by n plus 1. N is how much? 3. So 3 plus 1, that means t to the power 4 by 4. Correct. So I am giving you another example. Suppose you have to integrate t square dt. Okay. So again formula is x to the power n plus 1, that means here t to the power n plus 1. N is how much? 2. So t to the power 2 plus 1 divided by n plus 1, 2 plus 1, that means t cube by 3. So in this way you have to integrate. Okay. Now one more thing is you have to remember in integration to put the limits. So again, suppose integration of dx is how much? Integration of dx is, you know, that x. But if limit is given, so suppose lower limit is 0, upper limit is 2. Correct. You have to integrate from 0 to 2. So integration of dx is how much? X. Now you have to put the limit also. So lower limit is 0, upper limit is 2. So how can you put the limit? So in place, first you have to put the upper limit. In place of the variable, you have to put the upper limit. So variable is x. Okay. So in place of x, first you have to write 2, upper limit, minus. Then you have to give a minus. So then you have to put the lower limit. So in place of x, you have to write 0. So 2 minus 0, that is 2. Correct? So I am giving another example. Suppose integration is 2 to 5. Okay. So integration of dx is how much? X. Okay. Suppose we integrating t. Okay. Suppose we integrating dt from 3 to 5. So integration of dt is how much? T. But you have to put the upper limit and lower limit. Lower limit is 3, upper limit is 5. So first you have to write the, you have to put the upper limit. So upper limit is 5 minus lower limit is 3. In place of 3 you have to write t, you have to write 3. So 5 minus 3 is 2. So in this way you have to put the limit. So I am giving another example. Suppose your suppose your limit is from 0 to t. Correct? Your limit is from 0 to t. So integration of dt is how much? T. Okay, the limit is also can variable. Here t is also variable. So okay, so integration of dt is equals to t. Upper limit is 0. Oh sorry, upper limit is lower limit is 0. Upper limit is t. So first you have to put the upper limit. So in place of t, you have to write again t. So t minus. So in lower limit. So in place of t, here you have to write 0. So t minus 0 is t. So integration of dt from 0 to t is equals to t. So in this way you have to integrate. First watch that video what I have sent in the group, then watch this video. Now now we'll derive the first equation. So we know that, okay, so suppose a body is moving in a straight line. Now okay, so you don't need this description. So suppose we know that acceleration you can derive from here. We know that acceleration is what? Acceleration is equals to dv by velocity by time. Correct? Now if velocity and time they are a small quantity, then you can write acceleration equals to dv, small velocity by small time. So this is the equation of acceleration. From here we can derive the equation, first equation of motion. Now if you cross multiply, so that means a into dt is equals to dv, or dv is equals to a into dt. Now we have to integrate. Okay. For integration we need a limit. So suppose the body is moving when the time, initially the time was 0. So when the time was 0, suppose initial velocity was how much? U. Correct? We take initial velocity as u always. Now suppose after t time, when the time is t, after t time, your velocity is how much? V. Final velocity is v. Okay. So suppose time, that means time is varies from 0 to t, and velocity is varying from u to v. So lower limit of time is 0, upper limit of time is t. So why? So we can ask, so why we have taken from 0 to t? Is for the simplicity of the calculation or nothing else. You can take time from t1 to t2. Then also you will find some value that is not incorrect also. Okay. So the initially velocity was u. Initial velocity was u, and final velocity is v. Okay. So the lower limit of velocity is u, upper limit of velocity is v. So we'll integrate these two terms, dv dt. Okay. So lower limit of velocity is u to v, and upper limit is from 0 to t. Now what is the integration of dv? Okay, after this line I am calculating. So what is the after this line? So what is the integration of dv? Integration of dv is v. The limit is from u to v is equals to. Now remember one thing. Here the term is a into dt. So we are integrating with respect to t. Always remember this term, dt, dv, dv, du, dy, dx. Okay. So here we are integrating with respect to what? with respect to t, but the here we have a, so a is constant with respect to t, correct? A is constant with respect to t because we are integrating with respect to t. So with respect to time, acceleration is a constant quantity. Okay. So that means you can take a as common, say into 0 to t into dt. Now what is the integration of a into 0 to t dt? Oh, okay, so a, what is the integration of dt? Integration of this dt is actually t. So a into t, 0 to t, correct? So we write a into t into 0 to t. So after integration you can write a into t from 0 to t. Now you just have to put the upper limit and lower limit. So first in place of v you have to write v, minus in place of v you have to write u. So v minus u is equals to a into, so in first you have to put upper limit is t, minus lower limit is 0. So that means v minus u is equals to at. Now if you take minus u in the right side, so equation will become v is equals to minus u in the right side, it will become plus u. So v is equals to u plus at. So this is your first equation of motion we have derived using the calculus. Now second equation of motion is s is equals to ut plus half at square. Okay, so you have to derive using the calculus. So first you can write that let us consider a moving object is moving in straight line, its acceleration is a, then initially displacement was 0. Okay, or you can directly start from here. So you can write that we know that velocity is equals to displacement by time. Okay, velocity, we know that velocity is equals to displacement by time, sorry, s by t. So if displacement time they are small quantities, you can write that ds by dt, correct? Now if you cross multiply, it will become v into dt is equals to ds, or ds equals to v into dt. So v ds equals to v into dt. Now what the value of v we just derived, the value of v we derive that v is equals to u plus at. So ds is equals to v into dt. So in place of v we will write u plus at into dt. Okay, now first we will multiply, first we will multiply and the others will get confused. So ds into u into dt plus at dt, correct? Now we will integrate these three terms, integration of this one, integration of this one, this one. Okay, now we have to put the upper limits and lower limits. So for upper limits and lower limits we will write that, so first let me erase this one. Okay, okay, so now we have to put the limits of what, limits of, look what is the variable. So here variable is s, displacement is variable. In this term this variable is t, dt, time is variable, u is a constant with respect to t. Now here variable is also t, the time is also variable. So we have to find out the limit of time and displacement. So suppose a body is moving, so when the time was 0, okay, initially suppose time was 0 second, at that time displacement was also 0, displacement was also 0. Now after t time, so when the time is t, displacement is suppose s, displacement is suppose s. Okay, so you can take time from t1 to t2, displacement from s1 to s2, anything. Yeah, I don't have any problem. So in this, but in this case you will not, you will not get this equation. So then also you have to take that, you have to again make an assumption that when the initially suppose time was 0, so this is the equation. So time is varying from 0 to t and displacement is varies from 0 to s. So limit of displacement is from 0 to s, but here limit of time is from 0 to t. Here limit of time is from 0 to t. Now you just have to integrate. So again I have to erase this one. Okay, wait 1 minute. Okay, so limit is from 0 to s, 0 to t and 0 to t. So what is the integration of ds? The integration of ds is s. Limit is from 0 to s. Integration of u dt. U is a constant quantity. Okay, use constant quantity with respect to t, because we are integrating with respect to dt. So with respect to time, obviously initial velocity is a constant quantity, so we will only integrate the dt. So integration of dt is how much? Integration of dt is t. The limit is from 0 to t plus. So here also the variable is dt, time is variable. So acceleration constant with respect to time, so you have to integrate only the t dt part. T dt limit is from 0 to t. Okay, okay, now okay, now what is the integration of this part? So t dt, t means t to the power 1, so integration will be this part. I'm only first finding this part. So a into, so integration of t, actually t means t to the power 1, so integration formula is t, t to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So t to the power n plus 1, n is how much? 1. So 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1. Limit is from 0 to t. So this term will, you can take this term, you can write this term as it is. Okay, so this equation will become, okay, so this is given here. So s from 0 to s plus u from 0 to t plus a t square divided by 2. Now you just have to put the limit. Okay, so after this line I am calculating. So if you put the limit here, so s minus 0 is equals to, if you put u into t minus 0 upper limit minus lower limit plus a into t square by 2 minus 0 square by 2. Correct? Now s minus 0 is s is equals to ut plus at square by 2. This term is 0 also, so that means half at square. So this is your final equation. Okay, so we have derived the second equation also. So okay, so we'll derive the third equation in the next class. So today just remember, understand these two derivation. Okay, practice these two derivation. These two derivation are very important in terms of your examination. Okay, these two, these three, actually these three derivations often comes comes often in your exam. Okay, so you have to practice well. Thank you.